Welcome back, everyone. Shawanda Jones is in studio, and we've got some fun topics to talk about this morning. So, me and Isaac were talking about chores yesterday, and we asked everyone what was their favorite chore. Isaac said the dishes, correct?
Yes.
You like doing dishes?
I have this weird tick that, like, if there's a dirty dish in my sink, I freak out.
So it's not necessarily you just don't like dishes.
I'm like OCD, you know.
Okay. And I liked mopping the best because that means I'm done.
And she's talking about, like, old school, you ring the mop. We're not talking about a Swift wet check.
Okay.
You know, like old school mopping.
Gotcha. Like some Pine-Sol Fabulosa.
No, give me a Swift.
So that leads us to our question. So do we think that kids should have chores? You know, they're at home now with the summer. And
I thought this was like a solid form of parenting. Your kid's supposed to have chores.
Some don't. You know, some kids don't have any chores.
That must be nice.
You know, back in the day, my mom would write on an envelope our chores for the day because that was before we had like a phone.
Little to-do list.
Yeah. Okay. So with chores, did y'all have chores growing up?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, thankfully, Mom never made me mow the grass because it's just, I can definitively say I've never mowed a grass blade a day in my 34-year-old life. And I don't intend to start anytime soon.
I was about to say, you could like practice at that.
I used to, but here's the thing though, I hated washing dishes as a kid. And laundry as a kid. I hated everything chore-wise.
I can't stand wet food.
The only thing I would say I like, quote unquote, not enjoy but didn't mind doing as a kid was like
vacuuming.
Dusting. No, dusting.
I love vacuuming.
My favorite chore was actually mowing the yard. Like we always had a rider mower, and of course I wasn't old enough to drive, so my dad taught me how to like get on there. Now the yard was not. It wasn't too good when I finished. But I had fun, and it was a chore, and I did what they said do. Now, I will say I didn't get paid for doing chores. Now, I know a lot of parents, they pay their kids. No, it was my mama said do this, my dad said do this, and I was going to do it.
So,
I didn't.
So then do you think, since you did not get paid for chores, that if you had children and they had chores, that you would pay them?
No, I'm not paying them. You live in my house, I'm paying bills, you're going to do what I say do.
This is your boarding
I don't remember.
Right there.
I don't think I got paid, but they did pay me at some point, I think. If Mom's watching, you know, maybe she can clarify. But I think they paid me for A's on report cards.
I did do that. Yeah,
but
I did get
chores.
rewards for that. But no, it was you do what your mom and dad say do because they're mom and dad. We're not going to reward you for doing what you're supposed to do.
Okay, I love that. Yeah. I mean, I don't think if I have children one day, I don't think I'll pay them. Yeah. My house don't need to be a wreck when I get home from work.
What if I ask them to do something and they're like, well, are you going to pay me? Oh, don't test me, child.
Yeah, I think about it like as a kid when you did have chores, you know, you had those some days like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this. But I just imagine like thinking about being a parent now. Imagine coming home from work and you've had a long day and your kids have done wrecked the house.
Your kids didn't take out the chicken when you said take out the chicken.
I would be so scared. I would be so scared when my mom said, and the chicken would be still like frozen.
Going back to the school thing really fast, I did sometimes use, I never lied, but like I did use I got to study, I can't do the chores. Because remember, I think they cared more about me getting A's than if the counter was dusting. Well, I got to study, I can't dust for you, sorry.
Okay. So whenever you did your chores, did y'all have like a set one? You said you mowed the grass, but would y'all have to do it every day or every week?
You wake up on Saturday morning and either you listening to blues or you listening to gospel on this Saturday morning, and that's when you kind of get all of the chores out of the way.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're out of time for this.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll chat more when we come back. Stay with us here.